Hello people of Man and Drive, and welcome to a video about the Driver series. Now, as you all know, well, the last main game of the Driver series was Driver San Francisco, which was out in 2011. Now, you may think there hasn't been a Driver game since then, but there has. There has been, wait for it, Driver Speedboat Paradise, which was a free mobile game released by Ubisoft. It's a boat game, obviously, and all of us in the driver community just like to ignore it. Certainly one we would not like to include in the series, but it's been a while since we've had an actual main driver game. So I'm going to be taking a look at a few articles on the interwebs, having a look at as to why there may be no new driver game anytime soon. So this first quote I'm going to be giving was on the Reflections Facebook page. So Reflections obviously made the Driver series, and I've made all the Driver games. Apart from, I'm not sure about the Speedboat game, and there might be another, like one of the mobile games which they didn't really take much part in. But all the main Driver games they have made. So from a magazine article that they were speaking to, Will Muson, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He's actually a producer on the crew. I'm reading all this from the article. He apparently joined Reflections around 1995, which was when Destruction Derby came out by Reflections. So yeah, he's a producer of the crew. Now, he says in the article that, driving was a skill set for the company, however, that ideally suited the line the company's hallmark series, which seemingly retired on a high in 2011, obviously referring to Driver. Certainly, Muson misses Driver keenly. Is he in love with the series? And he says, I think, yes, I am. Should we be making another Driver for the sake of it? No. We need to do something special as a studio. If that's Driver, then fair enough, but it might not be. It might not even be a driving game. It's what I like doing, but the studio has moved into a lot of different areas recently. So as a studio, we need to know where we are going. Now, as we know, a lot of games from Ubisoft have been like Tom Clancy's The Division. They've had Grow Home or Grow Up as one of the newer ones. These have all been made by Reflections. They also make the Just Dance series. I don't know if that's actually still going, but they also gave a helping hand with The Crew and Watch Dogs 2, mainly in the car handling. Now, personally, I don't think that the car handling in either of those games, well, by the looks of Watch Dogs 2, I've not played it, but they don't look as good. Well, The Crew doesn't feel as good as Driver San Francisco, and Watch Dogs 2 certainly doesn't look like anywhere near as good as Driver San Francisco's car handling. In his quote there, it's basically saying, we're not making a Drive at the moment, but if we need to, then we can, but we're on that many different projects right now, it's quite unlikely, which is a massive shame, because I believe Driver San Francisco to be popular even after these many years. It's been 5 years since since Driver San Francisco, and from Driver Parallel Lines to Driver San Francisco there was a 5-year gap. There was originally going to be a 4-year gap because Driver San Francisco was going to be out in 2010, but then they got delayed to 2011. So I do feel like we're not going to be seeing a new Driver game anytime soon. Driver Speedboat Paradise was released just over a year ago, I think now. It could have been 2014, I'm not quite sure. Now, the fact that they're keeping, the IP, the series name still alive-ish, is good, but making a speedboat game on mobile, which is free, not so good. So moving on to our next article, I will be leaving links in the description of this video for you to check out the articles at full yourselves. This one is from developonline.net, and it's an interview with Pauline Jacquet, which is, I don't know if I've pronounced her surname correctly there as well. She is the MD at Ubisoft Reflections, so she is in charge pretty much, and She took over in 2013, and she is questioned. There's a big interview. It's really good about Reflections and the different types of games they've done over the years, and they didn't really find, they were more of a driving company sort of thing, driving game company, and then they just sort of were taking parts and bits and bobs of Ubisoft games. So in the interview, the article reads, with its developers' passion taking Reflections to unexplored realms, is there any chance the studio will return to the franchise that made its name? Referring to, of course, to the Driver series. Pauline replies, we are not working on Driver. We love the franchise, it is in everybody's hearts, but it's not like an obsession, like, oh, when will we be allowed to work on a Driver again? If we wanted to, we would and we could. Nobody's telling us not to do it. So they do have a chance of making Driver, but they're just currently not doing it. I think they're missing quite a big opportunity here. Apparently, Driver San Francisco exceeded expectations sales-wise for Ubisoft. There is another article which I cannot find, I've forgotten where it's gone, but basically I think it was Pauline who said it didn't exceed expectations. So, one word against the other. I don't know which one's the real one, but considering Ubisoft spent millions on the Driver series, you would think that they would go further with it. The only other thing I could think of is maybe Reflections won't be making the next Driver. The only reason for that is because originally they weren't going to be making Driver San Francisco. It was going to be made by Sumo, which I will leave a link in the description below about Driver 5, which was going to be Driver San Francisco, but it's going to be a completely different game altogether. I'm sort of glad that it didn't turn out to be that game because I love Driver San Francisco so much, but it still could have been a really good game. I do hope that there will be a new Driver game still. It's still sort of out there, the series. In Watch Dogs 2 there is an app called Driver San Francisco because the game takes place in San Francisco, so that's obviously like a little Easter egg to Driver San Francisco itself, so they still know it's there. The only things that are putting me down about the fact there will be a new game is the fact like the Driver's official Facebook page, nothing's happened on that since 2012, and the profile picture has gone off on that page, and the Driver San Francisco website has gone as well, so it's not looking good for the Driver series at all. Also, the Edmondson brothers, in case you don't know who they are the main men behind the Driver series. Mostly Martin Edmondson, who co-founded Reflections. He left a month after Driver San Francisco was released and has gone on to mobile games as far as I'm aware. So the main people behind the Driver series don't work at Reflections anymore, so it's pointing the fact that they could make a new Driver game, Reflections, but will it be the same without the main guys behind it? I see it as highly unlikely that we'll see a new game, and if we do, it won't be anytime soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's not really anything to enjoy because it's all sort of bad news, but thank you for watching and goodbye.